keys of being rescued quickly: number one, you need flotation to keep you afloat. Ideally, you want a vest that is constant wear. In other words, you put it on when you get in the aircraft, you wear it. If you need to go out because you're ditching, if you need to get out of the aircraft, you don't have to don the vest. Okay? That's something that you don't want to have to be doing while you're also dealing with the rest of the emergency. Constant wear comes in a couple different kinds. There is pouch style that sit in your lap that you can don quickly, and there's constant wear vests like the one I'm wearing that you wear like a pair of suspenders. So number one, you've got to have the vest on in order to provide the flotation, and if you're wearing it, you don't have to worry about donning it. So that's your number one requirement and my number one suggestion. Number two, you need a raft to get you out of the water so that you won't get hypothermia. Even in warm water, you can get hypothermia. Sometimes you do see sharks. I've been in life raft demonstrations where we've actually had the sharks bump the bottom of the raft at night and that sort of thing. But there's a big difference between circling or bumping you and actually attacking you. Shark attacks are very, very rare. They're so rare that they make the news all the time when they do happen. But when was the last time you heard about one? You know, we get about a dozen shark attacks a year in the entire world, and almost all of those are off beaches. So in the open ocean, the odds are you're not going to have a problem. So in the realm of things to worry about, that's way down at the bottom. And if you've got a raft and you get out of the water, 99% of that problem's solved. So get a raft, get out of the water. It keeps you from getting hypothermic. It's a lot more comfortable, and you don't have to worry about any of the sharks or barracuda or any of that. And you need a way of signaling your distress, something like a 406 megahertz personal locator beacon. If you have those three things covered, you're going to get yourself rescued pretty quickly.
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
The keys of being rescued quickly in any sort of distress situation, whether you're in the water or on land, is a 406 megahertz PLB. Particularly in the water, even if you have an ELT, even if you have a 406 ELT, as soon as that antenna goes underwater, it quits transmitting. It's useless. If you've got a PLB, lightweight, 10 ounces, you're good to go. Just raise the antenna, press the red button, and in most of the world, they're going to know where you are in about 2 or 3 minutes and that you need help, and they're going to send somebody. PLBs work globally. Within 70 degrees north and 70 degrees south, within 3 minutes, they're going to know who you are, where you are, and that they need to send somebody for help. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. There's no set amount of time that planes float. Planes may float 30 seconds, planes may float minutes before they go under, and some planes may float forever. But most light GA single-engine piston-powered aircraft are going to sink within a minute or so. So you have a relatively small window of opportunity to get out of the aircraft. The statistics tell us that well over 90% of people who ditch an aircraft get out in time and survive. So as emergency procedures go, this has got a pretty high success rate. So it's not something to worry about. Even planes that flip, even planes that you've got to swim out of, people egress out of and are successful all the time. The key to being seen is making yourself big. There are a number of devices out there, Sea Rescue being my favorite, Sea Dye is another, flares and laser flares are others. Those are the things that make you big. I mean, worst comes to worst, a big orange garbage bag. Anything that makes you big, bigger than the basketball that represents your head and the top of the life vest afloat in this huge body of water, which is very, very hard to spot. But if you've got a PLB, they're going to get close enough that they're going to find you. I mean, that really is the key.
You've heard of this thing called WAAS, right? The Wide Area Augmentation System lets you fly GPS glide path approaches without relying on ground-based landing aids. No VOR, no ILS, no problem. Fact is, WAAS is so smart, it even knows what you're going to say next time you need it. And don't have it on board. Wah, I want my WAAS now! I was really crying there for a second.
I carry, for signaling, a very good signal mirror. I carry a laser flare. I carry a storm safety whistle. I carry the PLB, of course. And I carry a sea rescue, or a rescue streamer. That's my signaling gear. Then for protection, I carry a very large plastic bag. Same idea as the land shark, something you can crawl into and warms up the water. I carry a hat to keep the sun off my head and my bald spot. I carry some sunscreen and for my lips. I carry a small survival kit, pocket survival pack for if I do make land, so I've got what I need to help make shelter and build a fire and that sort of thing. So that's sort of my basic minimum equipment pack. That's going out with me no matter what, because it's part of my life vest. It's in the pockets of my life vest. I'm not going to get separated. Besides that, I've got a life raft. That's going to get me out of the water. Now, if you're flying over really cold water, if I'm flying over really cold water, anything colder than about 60 degrees, I'm also going to be in a exposure suit. Now, this is a suit that's designed to keep me dry, a dry suit, similar to what, for example, a kayaker might wear, only it's Nomex is designed for use in flying. That and insulation of varying thicknesses based on the amount of water that I'm flying over will keep me dry and keep me warm. You know, those are the basics, and if you've got that, you don't really need much more. Get out of the water, use your PLB to signal for help, and get rescued. Very simple.